Hey everyone, so a lot of you own the Sony Xperia Z5 for around a year and a half now and maybe thinking of upgrading the Sony Xperia XZs, or maybe just interested in seeing how Sony phones have evolved for the past year and a half. So in this video we're going to answer that question, and we're going to start with powering both phones on. Now on paper, actually a lot of specs are pretty similar. So for example, both phones 5.2 inch screens, 1080p screen displays, although in terms of quality, clearly a difference. So just showing an example here. Much better viewing angles on the XZs. Also gets a lot brighter. So there's one example there I'll discuss more throughout the video. But yeah, Sony, they've really improved a lot of areas of the phone. Even though it may look pretty similar, they did make a lot of improvements with it. And you guys see there, XZs first one to boot up. And gonna start at the stopwatch here. Just to show you the difference of how slow this Z5 is compared to the XZs. Now in terms of internal specs, so on the Z5 did the Snapdragon 810, which was the best at the time, and 3GB of RAM. And on the Sony you have 4GB RAM and the Snapdragon 820. Both phones are on Android 7 Nougat. Really took a long time for the release in America. Actually just got it last week on the Z5. But glad to finally have it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So both phones currently on the maximum brightness. As you guys can see there. And we're going to start off with game temperature. So I have to say I've been very impressed so far with the XZs. And I still actually use the Z5 quite a bit. Mostly use it for filming videos. Actually, the majority of my videos are filmed with either the Z5 or Z5 Premium. And so you see no contest here. XZs very easily going to win this one. But let's check out more of the basic apps. So no surprise, easily winning for the games. But again, we're going to check out more of the basic apps, day-to-day stuff. NBC News next. So again, even with the basic stuff, clearly see a difference here. Let's do iFunny. Now Z5 obviously still an excellent phone. So really up to you guys if you think the speed difference is worth it, or the other areas I'll discuss throughout the video. Next up, YouTube. Oops, sorry guys, butchered that one when we were doing it. But I can say that the XZ is definitely faster loading up YouTube. Alright, let's try it again. YouTube. And actually, there's one of my videos, front-facing camera. So you guys can check that out. It's versus the Huawei P10 Plus. And in terms of these two phones, so much better camera, much better front-facing camera on the XZs. 13 megapixels versus 5. Alright, next up, calculator. So even some of these very basic apps like calculating and clock, still seeing a difference. Alright, eBay next. Oh, actually, sorry guys, wanted to cover up the information because eBay always logs me into, so let me just show some of my personal information here. So it's going to close out. Alright. And I'll close out here as well, just to show you guys that. So did not touch any of the apps. Asphalt 8 next. So second game. And another very easy win here for the XZs. Although Z5 just a few seconds behind there. Alright, photos next. And then let's do Sony's version of photos. Alright, so again, XZs there. So we're going to do a few more apps and move on to more stuff. ESPN next. Alright, so interesting. This one actually goes to Z5. But it is, I think, the only one that will go to Z5. Settings next. And ESPN, it can be extremely random. Sometimes XZs wins, sometimes Z5. Actually, during practice test, XZs did win that one. And then to the benchmark. So pretty big score difference here, 89,000 for the Z5, 153,000 for the XZs. And then let's do some Chrome web browsing. So probably something most of you guys do, most on your phone. Let's go to a few sites, IGN first. Definitely my most used activity on the phone. So yeah, this is an example really where it comes in handy. Much faster here on XZs. We'll just go to a couple more, but I think you guys get the point about the web browsing. Let's do Nintendo. And then we'll do Zelda after. Yeah, really no contest. And yeah, guys, during the practice, I did go to the same sites just before filming it. And last, let's do Zelda. Zelda.com. Alright guys, so just a taste there of how different web browsing speeds are on these two phones. Let's do camera speed next. So maximum resolution on Z5, you have 23 megapixel camera. On the XZs 19. Oops, actually looks like both of them. Turn off the flash here. Although the Z5 camera, or the XZs camera, definitely a lot of advantages. For example, on the Z5, slow motion is only 120 frames per second. On XZs, 960. And you guys can tell much faster taking pictures on XZs. Well, stand corrected there. But I think overall, more often than not, will be faster on XZs. Alright guys, so let's take a quick look at the design of phones. So already covered a lot of it. Covered the screen, covered the camera. Bottom of the phones. So micro USB on Z5, USB-C on the XZs. Fingerprint scanner on the side for both. Headphone jacks at the top. Look at the other side. And the back. So on the Z5, you have kind of a tempered glass, frosted glass back here. And even though it is glass, I have to say it's pretty indestructible. Again, I usually use this for filming, so I have it on a tripod. Knocked it over a crazy amount of times, it's not broken. Now, some of the older Sony phones like the Z3, very easy to break, but not this. So excellent material. And on XZs, you have metal. Now, in terms of comfort, I mean, they obviously look extremely similar, but in terms of comfort, we'll give it to the XZs. And let me just show you the edges there. So on the Z5, you can tell a little bit rougher. Maybe hard to tell, but it is a little bit raised on the edges. Whereas on the XZs, circular. So definitely more comfortable to hold for the XZs, although both extremely similar in size. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and do some multitasking. But before that, real quick, just going to round off the specs here. So already covered the cameras, the screen. In terms of storage, you can get either 32 or 64 gigabytes for XZs, 32 for Z5, both phones do micro SD card support, 2900 capacity battery for both, Snapdragon 820 and 4 GB RAM for the XZs, Snapdragon 810 and 3 for the Z5. Both phones stereo speakers, front facing, both waterproof, both fingerprint scanners, and then micro USB for Z5, USB-C for XZs. Alright guys, so multitasking, and another area I expect some big differences, as you see right here. Now let's just count this, see how big the difference is. Alright, so you're talking around 25 seconds or so, you're just waiting. Just waiting for this app to load up. So really massive difference there. Let's do a few more. Oops. Clicked on YouTube. But that would have been faster on the XZs. Let's do NBC News next. Alright, and we'll do a few more. Asphalt 8, second game. So once again, you see it's loading on the Z5. And multitasking, really something they've done an excellent job with on recent phones, especially with the XZs. Alright, we'll do a few more. And then I'll just give my final thoughts, opinion on it. So again, no contest there. And we'll do one final one with Chrome. And then I'll give some more in-depth thoughts about it. Chrome. Alright guys, so overall, pretty clear difference here in terms of how fast phones are. So guys, again, if you're not interested in the XZ Premium, in terms of whether things worth upgrading, it really comes down to a few questions that you got to answer for yourself. So first one, are you interested in those minor differences between two phones? So for example, that includes things like the design, as discussed earlier, the improvements in the display, the improvements here for USB-C over micro USB, improvements with the camera where you have super slow motion, 960 frames per second versus 120, and then overall other quality differences there with the camera. Now those are all things I would not consider to be massive differences, but still definitely quality differences between them. I think one massive difference is definitely the front-facing camera, very much improved on the XZs. So if you're really into selfies, doing videos, blogging, stuff like that, then that might be something worth upgrading for. And then last, and I think definitely most important, is just a video you saw if you think the speed differences are worth it. Now clearly there's a huge difference here in terms of speed, but again, really got to answer that for yourself. And just keep in mind that with the XZs, you will be getting upgrades for probably around a year and a half longer than you did on Z5. Personally, I would prefer to wait for the XZ Premium, just see how the reviews go and everything with that. But if you're not interested in a bigger phone, not interested in paying more money, then overall I think XZs is an excellent choice. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more, and you can do it by clicking there. Or you can watch another video by clicking there. And thanks again for watching.